snake?
Check it in
I
there.
don't think it was a snake.
There it goes. I can't understand it. I've been taking pictures in this camera for 3 months. I bet there's nothing in it.
Joel will
I
do
just
it.
can't, no, I'd never quit.
Oh, no.
Great.
If Ruthie gets that.
I look the other way.
I'm gonna see.
You always take one of them.
You don't have film in it?
Me?
Yeah, here, Ruthie. Sit down between them.
Yeah, Ricky.
Right here.
Right there, no.
Now stick your
You gotta
face
get down.
down there.
Right about there. Little lower.
No. There you go. Just like that.
What
Smile.
are these numbers here? Oh, that's a dad being a good picture. Yeah.
One of the few good ones on the roll.
Oh, here, yeah, up here.
How many
20.
I got left?
Yeah, you're on picture number 23
I don't know.
now.
Let me see.
Valerie in the mirror.
Like this.
She's looking in the mirror.
She was
I know it's on your plane, cyanide. I could.
Years before Christ appeared on the scene, and God already had a plan and told Adam and Eve about it and said, I will put enmity between you and the woman and between your offspring and hers, and he will crush your head and you will strike his heel. And when Jacob's 12 sons got together while they were talking, they were prophesying with one another in Genesis 49, the scepter will not depart from Judah, nor the ruler's staff from between his feet, until he comes to whom it belongs, and the obedience of the nations is his. Now this was written way back in Genesis, a long, long time ago. And further in the history of Israel, we come on to the days of King David, and we have references in the Christmas story about that Jesus was descended from the lineage of David. And the prophet Samuel prophesied over David and says, when your days are over and you rest with your fathers, I will raise up your offspring to succeed you, who will come from your own body, and I will establish his kingdom. He is the one who will build a house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. This was a prophecy that was fulfilled twice, once in Solomon's time, who was one of the sons of David, and some 2,000-3,000 years later, when Jesus came. Down through the ages, the prophet Isaiah has had numerous references to this. In Isaiah 7:14, and this was over 600 years before Christ was born that this was written. Therefore the Lord himself will give you a sign. The virgin will be with child and will give birth to a son, and will call him Emmanuel. For unto us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government will be upon his shoulders, and he will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. And of the increase of his government and peace there will be no end. And he will reign on David's throne and over his kingdom, establishing and upholding it with justice and righteousness from that time on and forever. And the zeal of the Lord Almighty will accomplish this. The Spirit of the Lord will rest upon him, the Spirit of wisdom and of understanding, the Spirit of counsel and of power, and the Spirit of knowledge, of the fear of the Lord. So we see that the Old Testament is not silent about this remarkable thing that happened at Christmas. But I wanted to include a kind of an unusual story about the birth of John the Baptist, who was the man who introduced Jesus to the world. And the interesting part of the story is the interplay between Elizabeth, the mother of John the Baptist, and her cousin, who was the Virgin Mary, the mother of Christ. And not everybody realizes that they were this closely related to one another. And in Luke we read, in the time of Herod, king of Judea, there was a priest named Zechariah who belonged to the tribe of Levi, and his wife Elizabeth, who was also a descendant of Aaron. Both of them were upright in the sight of God, observing all God's commandments and
Cut the cake and then we can all...
And having been warned in a dream not to go back to Herod, they returned to their country by another route. That is all the scriptures I could find about the birth of Jesus. And I'm thrilled every time I read the story that this remarkable coincidence of things happened at one time in history, and to this day, why Jesus remains the most important person that has ever lived.
I was thinking, what are you doing to me?
I think that's all.
Move your feet.
She was restricted.
It's a mermaid! She can't move.
I know, I see her trapped. Pull that hat off.
Over and over
This
again.
ought to take the rest of the
We
night.
always learn that.
Grandma!
I know, I think I heard Marianne told me what version you guys knew.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember it, but
Hey, look!
Something about Santa and Rudolph.
yeah.
Happy first Christmas.
Yeah, well, the other man.
This is the way.
Is this for Matthew or?
That. Thank you.
Very nice of you.
This is
What is it?
Mom, too. I know what happened to it.
What is it?